In the United States today, a silent epidemic is claiming lives at an alarming rate. Every day, 130 Americans die from an opioid overdose. These powerful drugs intended for pain relief have come a long way and woven a complex web of addiction, despair, and loss across the nation. Today, we delve into the world of opioids, unraveling their forms, perceived benefits, and the grim reality of their dangers. We'll also take a close look at the opioid crisis gripping the USA, understanding its roots and its devastating impact on millions. Opioids come in many forms. Prescription opioids like oxycodone and morphine are commonly prescribed for pain relief following surgery or injury. Heroin, an illegal opioid, is used recreationally and is often injected, snorted, or smoked. And then there are synthetic opioids like fentanyl, which are incredibly potent and highly dangerous. The use of opioids dates back thousands of years, with civilizations using opium, derived from poppy plants, for both medicinal and recreational purposes. However, it was not until the late 20th century that the prescription of synthetic opioids significantly increased, marking the beginning of the crisis we see today. But the line between relief and reliance is thin. The addictive nature of these drugs can lead users down a perilous path. Opioids are incredibly effective at dulling pain, making them a valuable tool in medicine. Their accessibility through prescriptions has made them a common solution for both acute and chronic pain. In the 1990s, pharmaceutical companies reassured the medical community that patients would not become addicted to prescription opioid pain relievers, leading to an increase in prescriptions and, consequently, availability. But this accessibility can be a double-edged sword. And for some, opioids become a means of emotional escape, creating a dangerous cycle of addiction. And here lies the crux of the crisis. Addiction doesn't discriminate. It can start with a simple prescription and escalate to a life-threatening habit. Overdoses are becoming all too common, ripping apart families and communities. The crisis has hit rural communities and young adults particularly hard, with limited access to treatment and a lack of awareness compounding the issue. No community is immune, and the impacts are felt nationwide. The opioid crisis has its roots in the late 20th century, fueled by aggressive marketing from pharmaceutical companies. Today, the numbers are staggering, with tens of thousands dying each year from opioid-related overdoses. In recent years, we've seen a wave of accountability, with lawsuits against major pharmaceutical companies resulting in multi-billion-dollar settlements. Policy changes at both the state and federal levels are also aiming to restrict the prescription of opioids and increase funding for treatment. But from this darkness, stories of resilience and recovery are emerging. Communities are coming together, policies are changing, and lives are being saved. As we delve deeper into the opioid crisis, it's crucial to recognize the power of community and grassroots movements in combating this epidemic. Across the nation, individuals are coming together to provide support, share stories, and work towards solutions. In places like Huntington, West Virginia, a town once labeled as the overdose capital of America, community leaders and residents have banded together, implementing comprehensive strategies that address everything from emergency response to long-term recovery. And it's working. By increasing access to naloxone, an opioid overdose reversal drug, and expanding treatment options, they've seen a dramatic reduction in overdose deaths. These community efforts are crucial, but the power of individual stories cannot be overlooked. As we wrap up our journey through the opioid crisis, it's clear that this is a complex issue with no single solution. It requires awareness, education, and a collective effort from individuals, communities, and policymakers alike. Educate yourself, support those in recovery, and advocate for change. Together, we can turn the tide on the opioid crisis and create a safer, healthier future for all. If you or someone you know is in need of help, resources are available. Reach out, take action, and remember, you are not alone.